Welcome, everybody. Well, this is day 49. We've made it. Malchut of Malchut, nobility in nobility. And we're going to go through 7 steps to activating glory and finding peace in our lives. We have all got a home in our soul that we are meant to nurture as we grow. All 7 emotional attributes, as they lay the weekly foundation and flow in and out daily, have enabled us to pause for self-reflection and personal growth. When we grow on our own, we have more to share with others. We uplift our relationships and so too our world. Everybody is better for our having been here. And isn't that what we want? Life is more rewarding, our relationships benefit, and our world gets shifted to a higher plane because we have done the work necessary to do it. Each of us has gifts, a purpose for being, and things to share to make our lives and the lives of others richer. Whether we realize it or not, whether we own it or not, ultimately this will have a cumulative effect on our world as well. If everyone reached to elevate just one thing in their persona, and their relationship with others, our interactions, and the energy that we have to manifest goodness will be magnified toward the majestic. Malchut of Malchut. The glory that is here for us to enjoy will be magnified. We will reflect the glory in our souls, the divinity in each other, and the true gift of life that we have all been given. It's been said, your life is a result of your choices. If you don't like your life, it's time to make some better choices. Remember, we have discussed this quite a bit over the last 7 weeks. We have free will, we have the power to choose, so utilize it. So here's some steps to activating glory in your life and finding peace within and surrounding you in your world on this, our final day. So the first thing we want to do is connect with the divinity that's inside us, and we've discussed this. So ask, what is your particular light? How do you shine? And we all do. We all shine. We all have an aura and an essence that people can see and connect to, whether we realize it or not. We've spent a lot of time uncovering and connecting to our uniqueness. So you want to tap into it as you go to number 2, which is to examine what brings you joy. Joseph Campbell once said, "We cannot cure the world of sorrows, but we can choose to live in joy." What are the things, who are the people, what are the activities that you do that bring joy to your life? Think about it. What sparks your bliss? When you've made a list, act on it. Do as much of it as possible, as often as possible. This will activate joy in your life because you will be resonating with it. You will vibrate at a higher level because you will be doing things or spending time on that which makes you happy. Happiness is contagious. Spread that around. There's a saying to find joy in everything you choose to do, every job, every relationship, even your home. It's your responsibility to love it or change it. And then what we want to do is make time. Nathaniel Hawthorne once said, "Time flies over us, but leaves its shadow behind." Make time for yourself and for the things that really matter. Create a space in your life to replenish both your physical and your spiritual well-being. When you are energized, you can connect more completely to embrace your bliss. And then we want to maximize our potential. To maximize joy and bliss, the gifts that you've been given need to be honored, and they themselves must be maximized. Charles Schulz once said, "There is no heavier burden than an unfulfilled potential." Let's say that again so we really get it. There is no heavier burden than an unfulfilled potential. If you feel a lack of self-worth, or maybe like you're not operating on all cylinders, it's going to be very hard to experience the joy that is there to drive you through your life. Go back through the other days that we've looked at and learned from And if need be, work on those areas that are maybe a little weaker than others. Fix the things that cry out to you, or even make a list of the things you still know that you need to work on and do it. To quote Ralph Waldo Emerson, the only person that you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. Decide to be your best, and then you will be. In the words of Fernando Flores, great work is done by people who are not afraid to be great. We are all going to need to operate at a higher level to get through this crisis. We are somewhat safer in our homes. However, we're going to need to learn how to be safe inside the home in our own soul, in our own being, to be truly at our best and activate greatness when we venture out. To do this, we need to create harmony between what we've learned connecting to family and friends and even our own self inside, as well as slowing down to reveal all that is really important, that which we may have actually lost along the way or never even really connected to. Our incessant running after things of lesser actual value transformed into an understanding and a reconnecting to that which truly is. This then leads us to our fifth one, which is harmonious balance. Strike a harmonious balance between who you are on the inside of your own being and then what you present to the world, and get them in alignment with each other. Thomas Kincaid once said, balance, peace, and joy are the fruit of a successful life. It starts with recognizing your talents and finding ways to serve others by using them. As we've talked about through the days, we are here to learn and to grow and to make the best of our time here on earth, on this plane. And then we want to reach to share that with other people. And we need to breathe. So have you ever caught yourself so wound up with stress or anxiety that you're actually holding your breath? For Malchut of Malchut, we've said this before, just breathe. Breathe in, breathe out. Antoinette Foy is quoted as saying, breathe deeply until sweet air extinguishes the burn of fear in your lungs, and every breath is a beautiful refusal to become anything less than infinite. Our breath is the life force connecting us to divinity within. It is the bridge between the earth plane and the spiritual upon which we travel. So breathe. Breathe in, breathe out. Just follow your breath. Breathe consciously, and you will be connecting to all that makes you truly alive. From our first breath to our last, God is with us. And then we want to just release and let go. Follow your breath and let go. We've talked about this with meditation. We've talked about this with a lot of different attributes. It is said, inhale the future, exhale the past. We come into this life and spend much of our time with clenched fists. Yet as we leave this dimension, our hands open wide and let go. Instead of holding so tightly to things which may not serve us, we relax and we let go, as if embracing, welcoming the next chapter in our journey to the home in our soul. And that's what we need to do while we're here and we're still alive. Release, open up our hands and embrace the energy and the life force that's driving us and that we are meant to experience to its fullest while we're here. Oprah Winfrey is quoted as saying, breathe, let go, and remind yourself that this very moment is the only one you know you have for sure. Let us make the most of all of our moments. That's the silver lining in this dark cloud of COVID or any crisis. We can connect to and see what we are made of. Our collective humanity has risen together to fight an unseeable, deadly enemy. And we will come out of this stronger than before. Activating and utilizing this 49-day journey was an enormous step. There has been incredible loss, and unfortunately, there will be more tragedy to come. We can pay honor to all of the lives that have been lost and carry their light forward, for that is how they live on. So now in the United States, over 100,000 lives have been lost so far. We owe it to them to carry their soul's essence forward by connecting to our own, honoring them by living as fully as we can do. We all have the power inside to illuminate our world with the radiance of all the attributes. They are inside of us. When we bring loving kindness, strength, and discipline, compassion, endurance, humility, bonding, and ultimate connection to divinity, the divinity that we have in our own being, we radiate glory out into the world and infinite joy of humanity at its highest. We can be the difference that we need to see in this world. Each of us matters and has a role to play in the ever unfolding drama of our lives. We are one tapestry of intertwining threads, creating this world we call home. Let us be a tapestry of light, of love, reflecting goodness and beauty. Everything that we have worked for in the last 48 days has brought us to this point. We celebrate our journey from redemption to revelation. We have delved, discussed, and deliberated all that is within us, our relationships, and in turn, the impact that we have on our world. We have diligently worked to elevate our intellectual, spiritual, and moral behavior. We have proven ourselves to be worthy in our world as well because we are in it. We have done the work to go beyond prior limitations to do more and be more. We have been redeemed and revealed layers and layers of our own persona, uncovering and connecting to enhance the best in ourselves. So release and embrace what lies ahead as we have hopefully merited true revelation and divine wonder. May the light that we receive reflect upon us all.